Find on the internet to listen to.
This actually thing. This is episode 35 of Theater School Rejects, and this is something you can listen to on the internet. And I just did a show in Claremont, and this is Doug X. You can find me at dougxcomedy.com. We got the Ronnie back again, and we got some new friends. How do you guys want to be introduced?
Oh, my name's Amanda. Sounds good to me.
All right, and
I'm the husband.
okay, Amanda and the husband, and so they said, "How do we do podcasts?" And I said, "Well, we do this kind of preparation thing where we talk about what we're gonna say." No, that's just kidding. I pull out my phone and we go, "Let's go." And
you're a man of action.
I am a man of action. Well, I'm not quite a man of action. I'm just a man of no forethought. Like there isn't always action that follows, but when there is action that follows, there's no thought preceding it. So we're on our way to do swords because the Ronnie has introduced swords to Amanda and Nate, and I did too. But you introduced us to their family parties.
Oh my god, we were family tonight. They were like, "Are you guys Doug's family?" I'm like, "Well, we could be." I'm like, what the fuck does that mean? You could be.
Oh, they're not used to people who aren't family coming to the shows. This is Claremont.
Oh, sorry. Right, 2 milk minimum. Let's go swimming.
Okay. Well, we lost one of our podcasters to the pool, which isn't actually open, and is only for the people who live there. But come on, jump it. You can get arrested. I'll defend you.
I would not get arrested. I would make new friends. Are you kidding me?
The cops are not your friends.
She'll take the handcuffs though.
I know she will.
No, I know. No worries. We'll get arrested for something better than jumping in a pool.
Nate just had a classic line.
Lose my life.
Because Ryan's like, "I'm not going to get arrested. I'll make new friends." And Nate's like, "If they've got handcuffs, they're friends."
I love it.
I'm going to use that. Nate, if you don't mind, I'm going to borrow that from one of my set.
It's all yours.
If they're not friends, why'd they bring handcuffs?
Right?
Yeah.
This is your car?
This is my car.
Oh yeah. So fun fact, his car died a horrible death.
Well, not horrible, timely. It wasn't untimely. My car was like, an 87-year-old on with cancer and on the breathing tubes.
That's true. But you got to bring a Ronnie to work day, so that was fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that a lot, actually.
You got paid.
I did. I was like, wait, what? What are we talking about?
Like that was not uncompensated work. Putting up with me for 4 hours is work.
I get to be your quote-unquote assistant. That was fun. I was amused.
Swords. Okay. So, well.
I'm tossing my purse in your trunk.
Okay.
I am so thrilled that there is room in your trunk for me to do that. I'm fucking proud.
It's been huge.
Because it's new and it hasn't had time to pile up.
No,
Kind of.
actually, I transferred everything from my trunk, so it was totally full, and I've been unfilling it. So you guys saw the show. Amanda, what was your favorite part of it? Which comic was your favorite?
The show. No, I think I really like the way that the guy from Netflix controlled the room. Like he just went up there and just let everyone have it. I really liked that. He was pretty good to listen to and have everybody be a good time. And then the guy that was in the hoodie kind of reminded me of you a little bit.
Oh my god, the hoodie just
Yeah.
made it like 10 degrees hotter in there. And not like.
Oh,
a
he was
sexy
so
way.
socially awkward. Like I don't know if there's a character, if he's just totally
Dude, if you're
he's
calling him
Asperger's. Oh, come on.
Socially awkward.
He is like 9 kinds of autistic.
Wearing the hoodie and complaining about the heat.
Right? Yeah,
When-
that kid was definitely on spectrum.
Well, no, I saw him in the back, and I was like, "Nice set."
I'm doing it in between his jokes when nobody was laughing. I'm like, oh, gotcha.
Or the way he had the wire coiled and he would tug it.
That's why I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
not just a
we
bit.
just analyzed the shit out of everybody on
Well, that's what
stage.
you
It's
do,
so
raw
good.
shock.
Yep.
Pound raw shock.
That's my job.
Well, you should just fish for clients. There's nobody sane in comedy. There's varying degrees of
I
insane.
mentioned to her I would just hand out my business card.
She's networking, and our admission price was a tax write-off.
Right?
Well, you guys kind of
Pay anything.
well the price of the meal, which they
go.
which,
Business
yeah,
expense.
2 items: the beer and the alcohol.
I think I can legally write up doing that in a comedy club.
They can,
How
yeah.
often do I save receipts?
As long as a reasonable person would think it was a business expense.
You know,
Tax
you gotta
write-offs.
bring your
She's
colleague.
networking.
Yeah.
Oh, the sex therapist.
The sex therapist, you gotta bring her.
Maybe she would appreciate
She
that.
would have so much fun, but somebody would just make a crack about pole dancing and she'd be like, oh, one of my people!
There's a a girl at the Friday night who does comedy, and her name is Mistress K. That's what she goes by. And I asked for a card because I was like, hey, I got a show at Fountain Valley, and she gave me a card. And she goes, this is my sex toy business card. I don't have a comedy card yet. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, well, okay.
Solid.
Yeah.
Show him your keychain.
She
I
did.
sent him a picture.
I was like, who ordered some gear?
Randy was
Keep in
like,
mind, this
I
is being
wanna go
recorded.
there.
So, anything you don't want to say, don't say.
It's not my safe word.
6 people to know.
Our 5s of listeners, admittedly. But if you tell people you're on it, we might have more than 5s of listeners.
It's
so
true.
we might have 10s.
Bum, bum, bum.
No, everybody I know is here.
That's how I feel
Well,
sometimes.
outside of yourself, who was your favorite tonight?
That's a good way to put it.
I know my
I did
audience,
like
man.
it, but I did. I wasn't expecting the anorexia turn. I'm like, I don't know what to do with this because I treat people that way. I don't know what
Those
to
two
do
skinny
with
girls up front.
it.
Right?
I did like that. I thought it was funny. Was that planned or you just?
Well, no, it was not planned.
That was the first time you got to use it on stage.
Yeah, totally not planned. But like they came up when I was doing a podcast with this other like weird not transgender girl, and I was like, and she was like talking about like body, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go dark. I told her my unexpected jokes. She was not amused.
Drama?
Drama, yeah.
Oh, man.
Drama did not like those.
You know,
But it brought it back to my mind. But like the backstory is, like, I was at a party, and there was these two, like, I'm shallow, but there's two super shallow guys, and these girls were talking, and they start like going about how, like, and they start playing the super sensitive card, and they're like, oh, it's so bad that women feel this pressure to lose weight. I know these dudes. They will not date a girl who's 10 pounds overweight. Like, they would fucking dump her if she was not like perfect, or like put on 5 pounds after like the 3rd date. And they start talking about how awful it is, the pressure women feel, and how it's sad it is that women are anorexic. And I was like, when I hear really like fake sensitive shit, my instinct is to go the opposite way. And I was like,
what comedy is
people don't
for.
talk about the upside of anorexia. And so that's like, and I just made these jokes up.
I thought it was funny. I just didn't want to be the only one in the room laughing at your penis jokes with my husband sitting next to me. I'm like, this is gonna be awkward, so I'm
Little
I'm
bit.
just gonna say
Little
it.
bit.
But I thought it was funny. I did. I thought it was hilarious.
Well, it's like I had a bit about like women being manipulative, and like it goes and references like wasp in nature that like jab their needles into cockroaches and do brain surgery. But like Nico had just did a thing about women
Scarred
being
or anything, are you?
women being manipulative, and I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, but you were going in the insect kingdom. He went like
No, but saying,
chocolate justice.
no, I know, but he just
But,
did a
like,
bit about
the
women being
Jew
manipulative.
Sicilian
I don't know.
side.
Yeah, it's a. But I'm like, But anyway, so I guess I'm trying to think. I really liked the guy in the hoodie, the autistic guy.
I think he did pretty good.
He was funny. Like it was all like a one theme, but it was like good.
And he
I
kept
like
rolling,
that
didn't he?
like his jokes hit back to back, and then like he would bounce back and forth between like what his life was. Like at one point he was joking about to have a kid, like the dangers of parenting, and like how his son didn't like it, and then like it was hard to tell like if it was real or if it was just for fun. And I like that, like trying to figure it out. I mean, shock and surprise that I'm sitting there trying to figure things out, but
Well,
he kept
I
them
don't.
hitting one after the other.
I just tell I don't make anything up.
He didn't have any of those awkward pauses either. He just kept rolling with
No,
it.
he didn't
kind
have.
of did,
If he got
but
no
only,
laugh, he just kept moving on with the next joke.
It's true, but he played it off well, like when he was moving the mic or the way that he would move back and forth. I liked that he brought all his notes in his phone, but didn't like live on them. I've
Yeah.
seen some comics do that, and it's like, well, are you hanging out with us? Are you hanging out on your phone? What's
Yeah.
up, buddy?
I don't like. I never use notes, but like there's those times when I get lost, and I'm like, oh man, I could see the value.
Dude, for roast battles, those were magic.
No, they're terrible. Why was anyone using notes? That's horrible.
No, it was horrible. They were pulling up their Facebook page, the other guy's Facebook page, and just sitting there holding it and scrolling through it because they needed fresh material.
Because they ran out of stuff, not because they were
Yeah,
doing.
dude,
No, they were
Ahead
no,
of
they
time when
they,
you're
they,
gonna roast
no, they had
somebody.
their jokes, but they were all written down. Like they're, and I think that's because like it's sort of all fresh. Like everyone there has mostly in my shows have done like 4 minutes of material 100 times. But for a roast battle, it's all material that they might have written it out ahead of time, but it's all their first time performing it. So, like, and not everybody carries everything in their head like me.
Right? I'm just gonna come with like scrolls, like Tibetan-sized scrolls of what the fuck am I doing? It'll be great.
Wait, for the MC or for the roast battle?
Yeah, yes, all of the above. Anything that requires me to be in front of all y'all.
So, MC is just, you just kind of,
It'll be fine.
because people do their sets, not because you have to do a 5-minute set as part of being an MC. They just do that because that's how you get people to do an MC job, is like you give them an opportunity to do their set. You're just the interface with the audience,
No, I understand.
which is important, but you don't gotta be funny. You just gotta be personable.
Yeah, I'll work on it.
That was a relatively short podcast for Theater School Rejects. You can find us at dugxcomedy.com, and thanks for my guest hosts. Do you have any like words of wisdom you want to impart to our 5 of listeners?
I like how the husband points at Amanda for all things going wisdom.
Well, just Amanda wasn't perform, but she got laughs
She's educated.
because they asked her, "What do you drink?"
Hooray for heckling!
And she said, "Whatever it takes to forget."
Yes, I did.
So that's our theme for you guys. Whatever it takes to
Cheers
forget.
all of you to drink to forget.
A podcast sponsored by Rock Gut Whiskey and AA for when you hit bottom. That's all.